huge it looks just sitting on the side over here, dude.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we got something pretty special planned because, as you know, we did order almost all these parts for this Trackhawk, but not everything actually arrived. So we are kind of delayed. I guess we're just moving too fast for the dealership, or we're just working too fast on this thing because they're super excited. So we can't work on this, but we do always got some exciting things planned. And we're actually gonna bring in one of our OG builds, the 2017 Mustang GT. That build was a super big hit on our channel, and we're just gonna bring it back. It's parked over there. It's a little bit filthy, but we're actually gonna probably go ahead and bring it over here, give it a quick wash, pull this sucker out of the way, and we're gonna show you guys what we have for it. Where are you gonna put it?
Just gonna back it in there for now, and then we'll pull it out once we pull the Mustang out.
Because I believe it's supposed to start raining, so we gotta be real careful with it.
Yeah, I wanna just leave it in there just in case it just starts storming, but right now we're gonna wash the Mustang, right? Because
yeah, exactly.
It's kind of filthy.
It's kind of filthy, man. We gotta get some covers for all the cars.
Oh yeah, dude. We're gonna need about like 100 covers.
We're working on the shop too as well, so.
Oh yeah, coming real soon.
Big news coming soon. But yeah, go ahead and pull it back in there.
Which one is the reverse?
3 clicks, or 1 click back, if I'm correct, if I remember.
Oh yeah, there we go.
I think it's on 50-50 right now. No, it's not. It's not gonna do any type of skids or anything like that. All-wheel drive, man. What? Dude, how did it do that?
I don't know, but you think I could? I'm gonna try to do a burnout real quick.
Are you sure we don't have an axle shaft?
Let me just try.
Dude, look at that.
Hey, it did a burnout, dude. That's crazy.
How did you do? How's that even possible?
I don't know. Maybe it's just thinks that one wheel is just spinning, so this one is not. You know what I mean? How traction control works.
Dude, that was crazy.
It did a burnout. We could have did a bigger one, but I'm just, trying to play it safe.
Dude, I know you could actually buy like some sort of box. It's like a computer box where it turns off the front drive lines or whatever, and then you could do donuts in the Trackhawk. We may have to purchase that, but
dude, that would be awesome because that's pretty fun right there. Imagine at the drag strip, you like heat up your rear tires and then you turn on all-wheel drive and take off.
I wonder if it has an option to warm up the tires somehow.
I don't know.
Hey, this is gonna be saved for another video. Let's bring in the Mustang, dude.
Let's do it. All right, so this sucker has been sitting up under this, I don't know, maple tree, whatever you call it. Do we have those here?
We ain't got no maple trees here, I don't think so.
Hopefully our battery's good because it sat here for like, what, a month? We sometimes try to start every vehicle.
Yeah, ever since that 2 million subscriber special video.
Oh yeah.
It did sit for quite a while, but oh dude, we got some awesome things on the inside.
Don't look in there, don't look in there. That is special stuff in there.
We got some awesome packages for this thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this cold start, dude. This Army Tricks exhaust sounds amazing.
Perfect, dude.
One of the best exhausts for a Mustang, I gotta say, dude.
Definitely, probably.
Such a perfect sound.
Is the best. You ready?
Yep.
Dude, she screams, dude.
Sounds so good.
Honestly, out of everything we got, probably one of the best sounding exhausts. You know what I mean?
One of the best sounding American muscles.
American muscle cars that we got.
Because the Ferrari has its own little whine because it is a flat plane crank, and then the Lambo.
But this dude just has that perfect, strong sound, dude. I gotta say, dude, that Army Tricks, they definitely knocked it out with that exhaust right there.
It's the perfect tone. But what do you want to do before you wash it? I mean, since it's dirty right now, you could do some cutting up.
Let me do some skids then real quick.
Just some quick ones, nothing crazy.
All right, I got you.
Unless you don't want to.
Say less.
Say less? Do more.
Say less, do more.
Drift around this Rubicon right quick.
I wish.
I'll take that.
That did not happen.
Nope, nobody will ever know. It's just between me and you guys. Don't tell mom or pop.
Don't tell them. right, so she is nice and clean. We're about to move the Trackhawk out of there, put it in a safe place. That way we can pull this sucker in. But dude, man, this color is just so beautiful. It looks almost perfect on camera, you know what I mean? But in person, you know, there's a few imperfections here and there, but
I mean, after 2 years of owning this thing, you know what, we used it up.
Oh, we used it, dude. This was like the ultimate daily. Whenever we finished this thing up, man, we just used it like a car, you know what I mean? Like a daily car.
Exactly, but she's coming back for sure.
She's
that wing a little
back.
bit loose.
Yeah, the wing's a little bit loose. You know, I think the 3M over here kind of wore off over time, but you know, that stuff, we're actually going to be working with this paint a little bit. We're going to do a few touch-ups here and there and add a few things. So
yeah, we're going to be doing some upgrades.
Yeah, upgrades. So we'll get to that later, but as of right now, let's just go ahead, pull it inside and show you guys what we got for this thing.
All right, so the Mustang is finally pulled inside. And as you guys know, ever since we bought this thing wrecked and rebuilt it, there has been one thing that we always wanted to do. That's actually boost it, but we really just never got to it. But as this thing sits right now, it is a pretty dang solid build. It's got a cold air, a tune, an exhaust. Got a couple of appearance mods, the Cervini hood, the GT350 wing. Got the nice wheels as well as some lowering springs. This thing is sweet as it is. But things back then really just didn't line up for us. But you know what? Things today are actually lining up, and we're about to be spooling up because we got a supercharger kit right here in this box from none other than ProCharger. As you know, we did do a ProCharger kit on the cop car, on the Gladiator, and those things do absolutely amazing with that extra power. But the Hemi and the Pentastar really can't produce as much power as the Coyote engine here. So this is just gonna be an absolute epic one. How much horsepower do you think we're gonna be working with here?
I really don't know, but I heard that these things can handle up to like, I don't know, 600, 700 maybe?
I think more, dude. I think more.
Hey, we can probably push the limits on this one, you know what I mean?
We're gonna push the limits. I mean, it's about time. You know what? Since we waited so long, we're definitely gonna push the limits on this one. But I say we just go ahead and slide this box out in front of this Mustang, crack it open, and see what's inside this thing.
Alright guys, so what we have here is a Stage 2 supercharger system for this 2017 Ford Mustang, and everything that you see here in front of us is everything that you need to basically throw on the car and take this sucker down the road. That's why we love ProCharger so much, because their kits are so easy to install, and they just come with everything. You don't have to look for other parts here and there and order stuff. Once you order their kit, you got everything you need. It's so crazy. Awesome, you know what I mean?
Crazy. It's even got one of the crank pulleys right there, I believe, because this is the Stage 2 kit. The most important things about the Stage 2 kit is probably the...
I mean, the intercooler, I think it's a bigger intercooler, and this is the P1X supercharger, the helical one. So, I mean, which one do you want to open up first right
We're
here?
going to save the supercharger for last, dude. The supercharger is always last. Let's go ahead and move on to that intercooler, and we'll go from there.
This thing is going to be awesome, sitting in the front of this thing.
And we are going to...
Don't say too much. We got some awesome stuff coming for the front of this.
I don't know if that'll even be in this video, because we still got a good bit of work to go.
Dang, dude, this thing is massive.
Oh my goodness, dude. Go ahead and rip it open, man. It's definitely going to need all that cooling, because we're going to heat this sucker up.
Dude, this thing is like 5 inches thick. Check that out.
It's going to sit right behind that bumper, and it's just going to look pretty dang.
Dang, that is huge, dude.
What?
I don't know how it's gonna sit. Probably gonna sit somewhere like this or like this. I don't know, but dude, look how thick that sucker is. Probably one of the biggest we've seen so far.
Exactly. I mean, it is a 5.0 after all. It's gonna get hot, real hot, and we need that that intake to suck in some cold air.
Yeah, we don't know the exact horsepower we're gonna run. We'll go with that. We'll probably mention that after we completely put this whole entire kit on. But I know it's gonna be a lot, dude. So right now, it's time for the moment of truth.
Let's just go ahead and dive right in.
Let's just go ahead, man. Don't even have to
Let's not waste any time.
No. Ooh.
Dude.
Dang.
And we did go with the matte black finish on this thing because we want it to just match everything in the engine bay.
And dude, that matte black was a good call, dude. Check that out.
That is a beauty right there.
Dude, that is insane, dude.
That is one beautiful large snail.
Oh yeah, man, this thing is just gonna spool and create some horses, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But before we start anything, there's one thing that we really need to do. As you guys know, this thing is already tuned, so so what we have to do is actually plug in our tuner on this thing. Hopefully it still works because it's been in this car for a very long time, and try to download our stock file. This thing will probably not run anymore because it doesn't really like to run with that big old intake on it right now.
Intake with no tune, exactly. Yeah, so let's just go ahead, download the stock file, and then we'll open up the pamphlet right there, the package.
The big pamphlet right here, and just let the fun begin, dude.
It sounds like it's cammed out, but
hey, that's what we wanted right there, for it to run rough, because now it means that the stock tune is finally on. So now it's time to get down to business, dude. We got to start tearing that front end apart.
let's do it, man.
Let's do it. All right, so we're moving right along, following these instructions over here. We already removed a few things up front here, like the strut tower, the engine cover, and also the intake, and a few other little things. But right now, we're actually gonna try to remove this front fascia, see if we can get this bumper off. Then after that, I believe we're gonna start doing some engine work, like injectors and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and just keep on moving. All right, so we just got done installing brand new fuel injectors, 1000 cc. Not really sure how much larger they are than the stock ones, but they sound like they can handle a lot of power. I mean, 95 pounds. I wonder what the stock ones are.
I tried to look them up and Google them. It didn't pull up a cc, it just pulled up a pound. I think it's like somewhere in the 65-pound range, which...
So this is much larger, probably can handle a lot more horsepower. Heck, probably even 1,000, I don't really know.
And it's gonna probably guzzle a lot more gas, but...
Oh, definitely.
We're not worried about that. We're not worried about miles per gallon. I think we're worried about smiles per gallon.
Yeah, that's right. But anyways, that was actually pretty dang easy to install. Knocked it out fairly quickly. Next thing to do is basically drain this whole entire cooling system, because we gotta put some new adapters to reroute some of these hoses, and also we're probably gonna be pulling off this crank pulley, which we're probably gonna take off this radiator and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead, throw the quick jacks under here, lift it up, and drain the coolant. All right, so our new supercharger crank pulley is finally installed and torqued to spec. It looks really good up in there.
How many Ugga Duggas did you do on that thing?
Probably like 3 Ugga Duggas. I mean, we did 35 and then it says do an extra 90, so I did 3 extra Ugga Duggas to it.
But everything's been going smoothly so far. We did have to remove the radiator, right?
Yeah, or you can remove the sway bar. I just thought the radiator would be a lot easier to remove. I mean, we already drained everything and we just took that thing right off really easily and threw that new one back on there. Well, it's just an attachment. It's not the whole entire actual crank balancer or harmonic balancer, whatever it is. It's just an attachment for the supercharger belt. But it did get super late on us. We did get a lot of work done, so we're gonna have to continue tomorrow in the morning.
All right, so it is the next day here, and we're just gonna continue working on our Pro Charger kit. And the very next thing that we're gonna work on is actually our supercharger bracket and head unit. But before we do that, there is a few things that we do need to install in this engine bay. I believe a couple brackets and maybe a couple pulleys. And then we're gonna move on to our supercharger bracket right here, completely assemble it, and hopefully even get our supercharger mounted. Dang, son.
Dude, that thing looks super sweet right there. Look how massive it looks inside that engine bay, dude.
Huge. But man, I love that black finish on it as well.
Oh yeah, that nice textured finish is definitely gonna flow with the whole entire engine bay. You know how everything's like black and textured, which looks super sick. Look at that nice, sick aluminum bracket, dude. That alone looks sick too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, that's solid. It ain't going anywhere with all the boost that it's gonna be producing. And also we throw in that serpentine belt, is that what you call it?
The supercharger belt, and also a few pulleys here and there. And we filled this sucker up with oil, so it is ready to spool. And one thing that we did do is actually install this drainage hose right here, which you don't really have to do it, but to make it a lot easier to drain this thing whenever you need to change the oil, that is perfect to have, because on this car it just looked like a really tight area. So we just went ahead and installed that sucker, just a nice little attachment there. But now it is time to actually move on to our intercooler and our plumbing. Here's a little quick schematics for you guys, how it's exactly how everything is gonna flow. So let's just go ahead, keep on moving, and hopefully get our intercooler installed.
Dude, that intercooler right there looks like some absolute beef right there, dude.
That
I can't
thing
wait.
looks sick.
I can't wait to see what it looks like behind the bumper, which maybe we should test it out.
Dude, let's go ahead and actually slap it on here and see exactly what it looks like with
Let's do
that
it.
bumper. because we are done fully installing everything, all the intercooler piping. There's still some more stuff that we
The
need to
air
do.
filter and also the blow off valve, which
we'll get to later, but right now,
slap it on, dude.
let's see what this stock GT bumper, not GT350.
Imagine a GT350 bumper.
Ooh, that would look pretty dang good. What if we do a GT350 bumper?
That'd be pretty dang sweet. We may consider it. Let me hop in here.
What would she look like in the front?
Let me see. Dang, son.
Dude, that looks so sick. Dude, that looks really good. Dang, dude. You can probably definitely tell if a GT is boosted or not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that front end is opened and you can just see, like any intercooler, you'd be able to see that. But that, I'm glad that intercooler is, you know, just a bare metal, you know, instead of like black or something like that.
Raw finish. I like that for sure too. It definitely pops and lets people know you're boosted and that you're not playing any games. You mean business. Not playing any games,
but you know what? A GT350 or a different style bumper would look super good on that thing. We may have to look into that, dude.
We may have. This car is not done after just boost. We got some crazy stuff coming.
Oh yeah, we kind of want to change it up a little bit, and we already put some stuff on order. And we honestly got a lot of stuff already in, so this build is going to be super sick. But that's pretty much going to be all for today's video. We got a lot of work done. We got the main supercharger on there and it looks absolutely amazing, but we still got a good bit to go before we actually hit the streets, which will be here real soon. But be sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything, and also be sure to follow us on Instagram at goonzquad, where you can get an inside scoop there before YouTube. But with all that being said, thank you guys for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.